Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel The Knowledge Library. In today's video, we are going to discuss some MCQ questions on plays and playwrights. So let us begin. The first question is, who wrote The Road Not Taken? Option A, Robert Frost. Option B, Walt Whitman. Option C, Emily Dickinson. Option D, Langston Hughes. The correct answer is option A, Robert Frost. Move on to the next question. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is a poem by option A, T.S. Eliot. Option B, Ezra Pound. Option C, W.B. Yeats. Option D, Wallace Stevens. The correct answer is option A, T.S. Eliot. Move on to the next question. Which poet is known for the epic poem Paradise Lost? Option A, John Milton. Option B, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C, John Donne. Option D, Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option A, John Milton. Move on to the next question. I wandered lonely as a cloud is the opening line of a poem by option A, William Wordsworth. Option B, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option C, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D, Lord Byron. The correct answer is option A, William Wordsworth. Move on to the next question. Who wrote Ode to a Nightingale? Option A, John Keats. Option B, William Blake. Option C, Robert Burns. Option D, Thomas Gray. The correct answer is option A, John Keats. Move to the next question. Which poet coined the phrase, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever"? Option A, John Keats. Option B, William Wordsworth. Option C, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option D, Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option A, John Keats. Move to the next question. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner was written by option A, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option B, Lord Byron. Option C, William Blake. Option D, William Wordsworth. The correct answer is option A, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Move to the next question. Which poet is known for the poem "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night"? Option A, Dylan Thomas. Option B, W.H. Auden. Option C, T.S. Eliot. Option D, Seamus Heaney. The correct answer is option A, Dylan Thomas. Move on to the next question. Because I Could Not Stop for Death is a poem by option A, Emily Dickinson. Option B, Sylvia Plath. Option C, Anne Sexton. Option D, Elizabeth Bishop. The correct answer is option A, Emily Dickinson. Move to the next question. Who wrote Howl? Option A, Allen Ginsberg. Option B, Jack Kerouac. Option C, Lawrence Ferlinghetti. Option D, Gary Sinder. The correct answer is option A, Allen Ginsberg. Move to the next question. Who wrote The Raven? Option A, Edgar Allan Poe. Option B. Walt Whitman. Option C. Emily Dickinson. Option D. Robert Frost. The correct answer is option A. Edgar Allan Poe. Move to the next question. Which poet is known for the collection Leaves of Grass? Option A. Walt Whitman. Option B. Robert Frost. Option C. Langston Hughes. Option D. Allen Ginsberg. The correct answer is option A. Walt Whitman. Move on to the next question. The Wasteland is a work by option A. T.S. Eliot. Option B. Ezra Pound. Option C. W.B. Yeats. Option D. Robert Frost. The correct answer is option A. T.S. Eliot. Move on to the next question. Who wrote Ode de on Grecian Urn? Option A. John Keats. Option B. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option C. William Wordsworth. Option D. Samuel Tyler Coleridge. The correct answer is option A. John Keats. Move on to the next question. Which poet is known for the poem If? Option A. Rudyard Kipling. Option B. Robert Browning. Option C. Alfred Tennyson. Option D. William Blake. The correct answer is option A. Rudyard Kipling. Move to the next question. Who wrote Daffodils? Option A. William Wordsworth. Option B. John Keats. Option C. Samuel Tyler Coleridge. Option D. Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option A. William Wordsworth. Move to the next question. Which poet wrote The Second Coming? Option A. W.B. Yeats. Option B. T.S. Eliot. Option C. Ezra Pound. Option D. Robert Frost. The correct answer is option A. W.B. Yeats. Move on to the next question. Who is the author of Annabel Lee? Option A. Edgar Allan Poe. Option B. Walt Whitman. Option C. Emily Dickinson. Option D. Robert Frost. The correct answer is option A. Edgar Allan Poe. Move on to the next question. Ozymandias is a poem by option A. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option B. John Keats. Option C. William Wordsworth. Option D. Samuel Tyler Coleridge. The correct answer is option A. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Move to the next question. Who wrote My Last Duchess? Option A. Robert Browning. Option B. Alfred Tennyson. Option C. Matthew Arnold. Option D. Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option A. Robert Browning. Move to the next question. Who wrote Hamlet? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Christopher Marlowe. Option C. Ben Jonson. Option D. Thomas Kyd. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. Move to the next question. Death of Salesman is a play by option A. Arthur Miller, option B. Tennessee Williams, option C. Eugene O'Neill, option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Arthur Miller. Move to the next question. Who wrote A Streetcar Named Desire? Option A. Tennessee Williams, option B. Arthur Miller, option C. Eugene O'Neill, option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Tennessee Williams. Move to the next question. Waiting for Godot is a play by option A. Samuel Beckett, option B. Harold Pinter, option C. Tom Stoppard, option D. Jean-Paul Sartre. The correct answer is option A. Samuel Beckett. Move to the next question. Who is the author of The Importance of Being Earnest? Option A. Oscar Wilde, option B. George Bernard Shaw, option C. Henrik Ibsen, option D. Anton Chekhov. The correct answer is option A. Oscar Wilde. Move to the next question. The Glass Menagerie was written by option A. Tennessee Williams, option B. Arthur Miller, option C. Eugene O'Neill, option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Tennessee Williams. Move to the next question. Who wrote A Doll's House? Option A. Henrik Ibsen, option B. Anton Chekhov, option C. George Bernard Shaw, option D. Oscar Wilde. The correct answer is option A. Henrik Ibsen. Move to the next question. Pygmalion is a play by option A. George Bernard Shaw, option B. Oscar Wilde, option C. Henrik Ibsen, option D. Anton Chekhov. The correct answer is option A. George Bernard Shaw. Move to the next question. Who wrote Long Day's Journey into Night? Option A. Eugene O'Neill, option B. Arthur Miller, option C. Tennessee Williams, option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Eugene O'Neill. Move to the next question. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is played by option A. Edward Albee, option B. Arthur Miller, option C. Tennessee Williams, option D. Eugene O'Neill. The correct answer is option A. Edward Albee. Move to the next question. Who wrote King Lear? Option A. William Shakespeare, option B. Christopher Marlowe, option C. Ben Jonson, option D. Thomas Middleton. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. Move to the next question. The Cherry Orchard is a play by option A. Anton Chekhov, option B. Henrik Ibsen, option C. George Bernard Shaw, Option D. August Strindberg. The correct answer is option A. Anton Chekhov. Move on to the next question. Who is the author of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? Option A. Tom Stoppard. Option B. Harold Pinter. Option C. Samuel Beckett. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Tom Stoppard. Move to the next question. The Crucible was written by option A. Arthur Miller. Option B. Tennessee Williams. Option C. Eugene O'Neill. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Arthur Miller. Move to the next question. Who wrote Medea? Option A. Euripides. Option B. Sophocles. Option C. Aeschylus. Option D. Aristophanes. The correct answer is option A. Euripides. Move to the next question. Antigone is a play by option A. Sophocles. Option B. Euripides. Option C. Aeschylus. Option D. Aristophanes. The correct answer is option A. Sophocles. Move to the next question. Who wrote The Seagull? Option A. Anton Chekhov. Option B. Henrik Ibsen. Option C. August Strindberg. Option D. George Bernard Shaw. The correct answer is option A. Anton Chekhov. Move to the next question. An Ideal Husband is a play by option A. Oscar Wilde. Option B. George Bernard Shaw. Option C. Henrik Ibsen. Option D. Anton Chekhov. The correct answer is option A. Oscar Wilde. Move to the next question. Who is the author of The Birthday Party? Option A. Harold Pinter. Option B. Tom Stoppard. Option C. Samuel Beckett. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Harold Pinter. Move to the next question. Tartuffe is a play by option A. Molière. Option B. Pierre Corneille. Option C. Jean Rakin. Option D. Voltaire. The correct answer is option A. Molière. Move to the next question. Who wrote Mother Courage and Her Children? Option A. Bertolt Brecht. Option B. Frederick Durand. Option C. Max Frisch. Option D. Jean-Paul Sartre. The correct answer is option A. Bertolt Brecht. Move to the next question. The Tempest is a play by option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Christopher Marlowe. Option C. Ren Johnson. Option D. Thomas Kyle. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. Move to the next question. Who wrote Oedipus Rex? Option A. Sophocles. Option B. Euripides. Option C. Aeschylus. Option D. Aristophanes. The correct answer is option A. Sophocles. Move to the next question. Our Town is a play by option A. Thornton Wilder. Option B. Arthur Miller. Option C. Tennessee Williams. Option D. Eugene O'Neill. The correct answer is option A. Thornton Wilder. Move to the next question. Who is the author of No Exit? Option A. Jean-Paul Sartre. Option B. Albert Camus. Option C. Samuel Beckett. Option D. Eugene Ionesco. The correct answer is option A. Jean-Paul Sartre. Move to the next question. The Misanthrope is a play by option A. Molière. Option B. Pierre Corneille. Option C. Jean Racine. Option D. Voltaire. The correct answer is option A. Molière. Move to the next question. Who wrote The Homecoming? Option A. Harold Pinter. Option B. Tom Stoppard. Option C. Samuel Beckett. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Harold Pinter. Move to the next question. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is a play by option A. Tennessee Williams. Option B. Arthur Miller. Option C. Eugene O'Neill. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Tennessee Williams. Move to the next question. Who wrote Macbeth? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Christopher Marlowe. Option C. Ben Jonson. Option D. Thomas Middleton. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. Move to the next question. The Corsican Chalk Circle is a play by option A. Bertolt Brecht. Option B. Frederick Dormat. Option C. Max Frisch. Option D. Jean-Paul Sartre. The correct answer is option A. Bertolt Brecht. Move to the next question. Who is the author of A Midsummer Night's Dream? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Christopher Marlowe. Option C. Ben Jonson. Option D. Thomas Kyd. The correct answer is option A. William Shakespeare. Move to the next question. The Night of the Iguana was written by option A. Tennessee Williams. Option B. Arthur Miller. Option C. Eugene O'Neill. Option D. Edward Albee. The correct answer is option A. Tennessee Williams. Move to the next question. Who wrote Candida? Option A. George Bernard Shaw. Option B. Oscar Wilde. Option C. Henrik Ibsen. Option D. Anton Chekhov. The correct answer is option A. George Bernard Shaw. Move to the next question. The Threepenny Opera is a play by option A. Bertolt Brecht, option B. Frederick Durmat, option C. Max Frisch, option D. Jean-Paul Sartre. The correct answer is option A. Bertolt Brecht. Move to the next question. Who wrote The Skin of Our Teeth? Option A. Thornton Wilder, option B. Arthur Miller, option C. Tennessee Williams, option D. Eugene O'Neill. The correct answer is option A. Thornton Wilder. Move to the next question. Ghost is a play by option A. Henrik Ibsen, option B. Anton Chekhov, option C. August Strindberg, option D. George Bernard Shaw. The correct answer is option A. Henrik Ibsen. Move to the next question. Who is the author of Top Girls? Option A. Carl Churchill, option B. Sarah Kane, option C. Harold Pinter, option D. Tom Stoppard. The correct answer is option A. Carl Churchill. Move to the next question. Magic Barbara is a play by option A. George Bernard Shaw, option B. Oscar Wilde, option C. Henrik Ibsen, option D. Anton Chekhov. The correct answer is option A. George Bernard Shaw. Move to the next question. Who wrote Tartuffe? Option A. Molière, option B. Pierre Corneille, option C. Jean Rakin, option D. Voltaire. The correct answer is option A. Molière. Thank you for watching our videos. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe our YouTube channel, The Knowledge Library.